Did you know that eating too many carrots can actually turn your skin orange? That you can taste garlic through your feet? And that sharks have been roaming the oceans for longer than trees have existed? Strange as it may sound, these are just a few of the many mind-bending facts that reveal how wonderfully weird our world truly is. Take strawberries, for example. Many people assume they are berries, but in truth they are not. Botanically speaking, a berry must have an outer skin, a fleshy inside, and seeds contained within. Strawberries instead have their seeds on the outside, which means they do not meet the true definition. Even raspberries and blackberries are not real berries at all, but rather collections of smaller fruits clustered together. Ironically, fruits like bananas, grapes, and even eggplants actually qualify as berries. It is fair to say that many of us have been living with a very big misunderstanding. Equally deceptive is the orange. While the name of the fruit gave us the name of the color, oranges are not always orange. In hot climates, the fruit can actually appear green. This is because oranges produce chlorophyll when exposed to intense sunlight. The chlorophyll acts as a protective pigment, helping the fruit handle the heat, and it can turn the peel a deep shade of green. From fruit, let us turn to a surprising connection between two beloved characters. The voice of Miss Piggy from the Muppets is the same voice that gave life to Yoda in Star Wars. Frank Oz, a talented puppeteer and actor, created both characters, and while one speaks with sass and glamour and the other with cosmic wisdom, their vocal roots are surprisingly similar. Adding to Yoda's legacy, his design was based not only on his creator Stuart Freeborn's face, but also on the great scientist Albert Einstein, which explains the little green master's familiar look of intelligence. Biology too can surprise us. Identical twins who each marry another set of identical twins and then have children produce offspring that are not just cousins, but genetic siblings, because identical twins share all of the same DNA. Even stranger, if you rub garlic on your feet, the chemical allicin can pass into your bloodstream and eventually make its way to your mouth, letting you taste garlic without eating it. That may be amusing, but, you know, diet can produce even odder effects. Eating too many carrots over several weeks fills your blood with beta-carotene, and your skin can literally turn orange in a condition called carotenemia. On the other hand, if you ate nothing but potatoes with some butter, you could technically survive, because they together contain the macronutrients your body needs, although nutritionists strongly advise against trying it. Food is also responsible for one of our least glamorous but most universal habits. The average human passes gas about 15 times a day, enough to fill up a balloon, or 20 if you have indulged in heavy fast food. Behind the humor lies fascinating biology. Our stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve metals, yet our stomachs survive thanks to a protective mucus lining that shields them from their own acid. Not all unsettling things are hidden inside us. Even your mattress carries secrets. Over a decade, it may double in weight as it absorbs sweat, dead skin cells, and dust mites. Yet, compared to teratomas, mattresses seem harmless. Teratomas are tumors that can grow hair, teeth, and even pieces of bone or brain tissue, a bizarre phenomenon that comes from embryonic cells misfiring. Thankfully, not all body facts are frightening. When you wake in the morning, you are actually a little bit taller than when you go to bed, because your spine decompresses overnight after being compressed by gravity all day. You may also notice that your wingspan, from fingertip to fingertip, is about the same length as your height, and your forearm is just about the length of your foot. In the ocean, octopuses are, well, some of the most alien creatures alive. They have 3 hearts, blue blood due to copper instead of iron, and 9 brains, 1 central brain and 1 for each tentacle. Each arm can even act with a degree of independence. So, while humans just have 1 brain, it actually doesn't finish developing until you're about 25 years old. That's one big reason why, young adults are often still figuring out impulse control. Other animals, honestly, have habits even stranger than ours. For example, male giraffes will actually drink the urine of females to figure out if they're fertile. Cows, interestingly enough, don't have any upper front teeth. Instead, they use a tough pad to help grind up grass. Elephant teeth are enormous, weighing up to 9 pounds each, which is actually heavier than a newborn baby. The scale of animals does not end there. The blue whale is the largest animal on Earth, with arteries wide enough for a small child to crawl through. Millions of years ago, there were penguins taller than most humans, standing around 7 feet high. And while those penguins are gone, sharks still swim today and have existed for over 450 million years, making them older than trees. Before fungi evolved to break down wood, ancient trees would fall and remain without rotting, eventually forming coal over millions of years. Beneath our feet lies enough gold in the Earth's core to cover the entire planet 1.5 feet deep, though it is forever locked away. Looking back through time, dinosaurs remind us how small our lives are. Humans, believe it or not, live closer in time to Tyrannosaurus rex than the T-Rex did to the Stegosaurus. Even earlier, trilobites had already gone extinct and fossilized before dinosaurs ever appeared. To make us feel smaller still, if all the empty space in our atoms were removed, the entire human race could fit into the size of a sugar cube. Moving from the cosmic to the curious, cars driving straight upward at highway speed would reach space in only 1 hour. Quite fascinating, isn't it? In Russia, the wealthy have been known to rent fake ambulances to bypass traffic illegally. It's a rather unusual way to beat the traffic, don't you think? Meanwhile, in Japan, sumo wrestlers participate in a festival where they hold babies and try to make them cry to ward off evil spirits. It's an intriguing tradition, really. Even leaders have surprising pasts. Abraham Lincoln was once a skilled wrestler with hundreds of victories, while Pope Francis once worked as a nightclub bouncer in Argentina. The tradition of raising a toast comes from the Romans, who placed toasted bread into wine to absorb bitter flavors. Today, billions of photos are taken every single day, which, honestly, far surpasses the entire number taken in the 19th century. The founder of Match.com, well, he actually lost his girlfriend to someone she met on his own site. A strange but, fitting twist of fate. Another man, the creator of the Frisbee, had his ashes molded into flying discs after his death, so that, his family could play with him one last time. Animals, too, show unexpected behaviors. In the 1870s, Belgium attempted to train cats as mail carriers, with predictably disastrous results. Some owls have been observed keeping blind snakes as living pest controllers for their nests. Baby elephants have been known to laugh during play. And even rats emit high-pitched squeaks that scientists interpret as laughter when tickled. Isn't that just fascinating? Now, plants also communicate in some pretty surprising ways. The smell of freshly cut grass? It's actually a chemical distress signal released when the grass is damaged. This signal alerts other plants and even attracts predators of plant-eating insects. It's like nature's own little alarm system. Here's an interesting one for you. Bananas contain a compound that mimics a bee attack pheromone. So, if you're eating banana-flavored candy near a hive, it could actually enrage the bees. Who would have thought, right? Geography holds surprises as well. The United States and Russia are separated by less than 3 miles at the Bering Strait between the Diomede Islands. The Appalachian Mountains in the United States, the Scottish Highlands, and the Atlas Mountains in North Africa were once part of the same range before the supercontinent Pangaea broke apart. And though England is the birthplace of English, it is not among the top 5 countries by English-speaking population, which are the United States, India, Pakistan, the Philippines, and Nigeria. Even familiar symbols have hidden meanings. The colors of the Olympic rings were chosen so that every national flag contains at least one of them, representing the whole world. You know, the little bumps on the F and J keys of a keyboard actually help typists align their fingers without even looking. The tiny handles on maple syrup bottles, well, they're a decorative reminder of those large ceramic containers that were once used to store syrup. Finally, on a more somber note, research shows that hearing is the last sense to fade when a person dies. Even when most brain function has stopped, the body might still register sounds, though whether any meaning can be understood is, honestly, uncertain. It's a reminder of both the fragility and the mystery of life. From berries that aren't really berries to sharks that are older than trees, from laughing elephants to galaxies of gold beneath our feet, the world is just full of wonders that remind us how much there still is to learn.